Hello, hello. How are you all doing today? I hope that you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I am so stoked for this video. It is my first update for the Pan Those Eyeshadows project. I will always have the creator of this project linked in the description box. Her name is Alexi, and her idea spread like wildfire. This is now a super popular project for people to participate in. So definitely check out the hashtag Pan Those Eyeshadows, and you'll find lots and lots of people who are doing this sort of project. We all sort of, change a little bit to suit our particular needs, but it's the same idea, panning eyeshadows. Today's tea of the day is a By Mudan White Peony Tea, and this one is from Tea Viver. It's so delicious. The leaves smell like honeydew, like super sweet. And you guys have heard me talk about white tea before and how it tastes the way freshly mown hay smells. It's a wonderful, sweet, autumny, summery tasting tea, and at the moment I can't get enough of it. Let's get into the update. Oh my gosh, why am I so nervous? I am like so nervous. Okay, let's start with perhaps my Pan in Every palette. I've combined my Pan in Every palette project with my Pan Those Eyeshadows, and I have been working on my Kaleidos Futures in 5 Electro Turquoise palette. And when I'm working on a palette for Pan in Every palette, I do want to use all of the shades, but I did focus most of my attention on this shade over here called Wired, and you can see from that there is a pan there, and you can see from the shape of it that I was using it as an eyeliner. And honestly, this took way longer than I imagined to hit panning. I don't know if you can see how deep it is, but this is a very rich chocolate brown. I needed hardly any on my little liner brush to create a smoky eyeliner look. I even used this one day to do the, what's it called? The reverse eyeliner. The one where it's on the bottom of your eyes. I'll put up a picture if I still have it. I wasn't a fan really, but this shadow, worked very well for creating eyeliner. I focused on this shade 31 times with that little tiny little brush in order to hit pan. So if I was using that in like my outer corner with a slightly bigger brush, that would take way longer than even that. But now that I have pan in this palette and I've used it well over 30 times at this point, it is now eligible to be rolled into my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, which if you missed my initial introduction to this project, that's kind of how I'm using my Pan in Every palette project. 30 uses or pan, and then that palette is eligible to be put into my Pan Those Eyeshadows spreadsheet. So this one can be rolled out. Now let's talk about the shades that I have been working on. The very first one comes from my Subculture palette, and I have been working on the shade Edge. I'll put up a picture of how it looked last time versus a picture of how it looks now. You'll see that, there's definitely no pan, but it is beginning to look a little bit disturbed there on the top. I wouldn't even say that it has any sort of a dip forming. Maybe the tiniest dip. No, I wouldn't call it a dip. It's not a dip, just a disturbance on the top. And so far I have used this shade 7 times, so I need to use it 13 more times to reach my goal of 20 uses before I can roll it out. But this is the perfect time of year to be working on a beautiful mustard shade like this. It's very pigmented. We all know that the Subculture palette has pigmented shades in it, but I forget every time until I go use it again. I'm like, wow, it's so pigmented. But I am wearing this shade today, along with another Nobble shade and some of Electric here tapped on the top. I'm so happy to be reaching for this palette, but since I'm only at 7 uses, that one will be staying in the project. Next, I have a single eyeshadow. This has been depotted from an Essence palette, the Salute Paris palette, and check it out. Oh, if we can see without being blinded, there is a pan. I'll put up a picture of how it looked at the beginning versus now, and this did not take much time at all to hit pan. It took me only 14 uses in this project, and before that I had 2 uses on this shadow, so a total of 16 uses to see pan. I felt like once I got going on this shade, it went really quickly, and it just being a plain little cream colored eyeshadow, it was very easy to work into eye looks, either all matte eye looks where I use this as the brightening shade on the inner portion of my eye, or just to clean up any eyeshadow messiness around the edges. Yeah, very easy eyeshadow to use. But that, very excitingly, is rolling out of this project. Next up, I was working on a shade from this e.l.f. New Classics palette. I'll put up a picture of how it looked at the beginning. The shade is called Uptown, and this is how it looks now. You can see I have a decent, nice little dip going in this shade, but still no pan. However, I have reached my 20 use goal on this. This was a really easy transition shade for me to use. In fact, I used it, I think, every day until I hit the 20 uses. But it's interesting, before I put it into this project, I had already used it 13 times. So that is how it looks after 33 uses. And since I have hit my 20 use goal on this shadow, I am going to be rolling it out, but it will be staying in my Pan Those Eyeshadows spreadsheet for a chance to be rolled in again. I set myself a 20 use goal so I don't get tired of shadows, and I'm happy I did that. I feel like 20 uses, you do see a good amount of progress on a shadow, but of course, if at 20 uses I'm really close to pan, you know, I'll probably keep the eyeshadow in, but this one is not really close to pan, so this will be rolling out as well. Okay, now we get to everyone's favorite part, mine included. I'm so excited. We're going to roll for 2 shades, and then I will pick a new palette to work on for Pan in Every palette. So I have 213 eligible shadows to be used in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. I have that into random.org. So 2 through 214, let's go ahead and generate a number. We got number 64 and then number 199. I think that's going to be a single eyeshadow. Okay, let's scroll, let's look. What is number 64? That is a single eyeshadow. Oh, that will be very interesting to work on, that particular shade. And then number 199 is another single eyeshadow. I'm so excited to work on some singles. Okay, I'm gonna go pull them. I'll be right back. All right, so number 64 is a single eyeshadow from Nomad Cosmetics. This is in the shade Henna, and I don't think this normally comes as a single. This came as a sample from Ipsy. This is one of the Marrakesh shadows from Nomad. I don't know if I said, did I say this is the shade Henna? I tell you right now, I will not be able to hit pan in this matte, beautiful kind of reddish terracotta brown shade in only 20 uses, but this will be a really good opportunity to spend some time with this shadow. These 2 shades go really well together, and I'm not mad about pulling another matte. I have been loving working on all my matte eyeshadows because then I can use all my pretty toppers with all the mattes. So that will be a fun shade to use. And for the shade 199, this is one of the newer singles to my stash. I got this year. This is from Sydney Grace. This is the shade Dream Maker, which is in the shimmer formula, which is different than the pressed pigment formula that I feel like a lot of people see from them. Their shimmer formula is more of they're just not as high intensity as their pressed pigment shadows, but this particular shadow I've actually used quite a bit. It's very handy. It's just a light pink, kind of like a bit of an icier, but not too icy, light pink. It's a shade that I can easily wear. I don't know about it going with these colors, but it's a shade I can easily wear, and I finally pulled a shimmer, which, you know, that will be fun to work on. I tend to apply these with my finger, which makes things like hitting pan very difficult. I haven't even tried using a brush with this shadow. I might try and just see how I like it, but I don't think I'll be able to hit pan on this in 20 uses. This will definitely be a usage goal shadow, but again, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so far this is what I'm working with, and when it comes to my Pan in Every palette, I like to reach for my oldest palettes first. My next oldest palette is actually Making Mauves from ColourPop. However, I think I'm gonna save this for a little later in the project, just because for me, this is very much a winter and spring palette, and I really want to use something more fall. It's because I feel like I reach for mauve tones like that for a huge portion of the year. This is the time of year when I want to reach for something else. So I think one of my other oldest palettes is this one from Nomad, from the Nomad by Juvia's Place. This is what it looks like. It goes along very well with the mustard and reddish brown shade I have going on already. So I think this will be my target palette now for Pan in Every palette. Again, my goal will be 30 uses overall, but I do want to try and hit pan in a shade, and I can tell you this will be the one that I will probably focus on, so I'm gonna quick swatch that. It is a beautiful soft gold, so that goes amazingly with these two. It's just this one that will have to be used in different looks, but I'm really excited to use this one because this one just kind of sits around until fall for me. This is very much a fall palette, and I don't really reach for it other times of the year. So unless I'm reaching for like this yellow in the summertime, but for the most part, very much a fall palette for me. So I'm excited to have this out on my vanity and focusing on it. I think my goal for next time will definitely be to hit 20 uses on this guy so I can have at least one shade to roll out, but I will definitely be working pretty hard, honestly, on this one since it goes so well with this one, and of course, pan every palette. And we'll see how much usage I get out of this month, but I feel like these 3 shades will be a lot more focused on for me. Thank you guys so much for being here and just having fun with me. I'm so excited about this project, and I'm just thankful very much that you guys are here. And now we come to the part of the video that's a little bit of a surprise. I didn't want to put it in the title because I only really wanted the people who have been subscribed to my channel to be able to participate in this little giveaway that I have. So this is for hitting 1,000 subscribers. I still cannot believe that there's 1,000 people out there who are watching my face. Like it's honestly anxiety inducing, but I am just so thankful that you guys have actually hit that subscribe button and chosen to be on this fun little journey with me on my little hobby. So thank you so much. And I really wanted to give back. So you may have noticed I have, this is a Sydney Grace makeup bag. I really like these. These are the ones that come in their mystery bags, although I think you can buy them separately. They are really nice makeup bags. They come with a nice quality zipper and they're huge. They can fit a lot of product, and you can see this one it's stuffed. It's a bit heavy because I wanted to share a whole bunch of the items I got in my ColourPop mystery box. I did order that with the intention of sharing most of it with a subscriber. So I'm going to show you. It's stuffed in there. There's a lot of things. There's stuff from Fourth Ray Beauty. There's a product from Soul Body. And then of course from ColourPop, there's lippy pencils, a super shock cheek. There's also these cute little quads from the Animal Crossing collection. There's a couple single shadows and more. So if you're, interested to see exactly what could be in this little bag, go ahead and check out my mystery unboxing. But I'm just so excited for one of you to get this little bag full of goodies. So the rules for entering the giveaway, I'll have them all in the description box. I just ask that you are a subscriber and leave a comment down below, perhaps with a teacup in your comment to indicate that you would like to be entered into the giveaway. You can still comment if you don't want to enter, just leave out the little teacup. And if you don't trust YouTube notifications, which it's wise not to trust them for some reason, they just don't say if someone's like replying to your comment or whatever, go ahead and leave me your Instagram handle or just a way to reach you that you are comfortable leaving in a public area like the comment section for me to get a hold of you. But I will be randomly choosing one winner from the comments, and I will be replying to their comment to let them know that they won. So especially if you decide not to leave an Instagram handle or something, make sure and watch your notifications in case you are chosen. It will be open for 1 week. If you're unsure about the date, just check down the description box. I'll have that all there for you. And I'm just so happy for one of you guys to get this. And just again, thank you so much. Like, it just boggles my mind. Thank you for being here with me. And I'm going to take this opportunity to ask if you do have things that you want to see in my channel, feel free to leave your suggestions down below. I'm very open to trying new things, different things on my channel. And since we are in this, together, I would like you guys to be entertained and enjoy it as well. Okay, I think that is everything. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.